Hello, welcome to Jadekind Gaming presents The Observatory. My name is Adam, your game master here for the New Divines Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. And today we have Erich as Stan, we have Bob as the old man, we have David as Terry, Ryan as Billy, and over here we have Austin as Rolfur. Now, last time I note here that the old man introduced Alice to Jane Doe, his the old man's significant other. Rolfur spent time with his mother. Billy explored Goompaland and Vorpal, while Terry checked Jade Country's western border, and Stan summoned Celestials. Now, we ended as most of the Pantheon went on to Mushroom Island. The island with mushroom icons. Because I think it was the old man was looking for Erich Rasbrauda, famed adventurer.
Famed adventurer.
Yep. And of course got his friends to go along. Although Rolfur did not go, because Rolfur has other plans.
Yep.
So Rolfur, what do you do?
Well, I have to retrace my steps to go and find my body, which will probably take a couple days, because I remember it all from being on ground, so even though I can move faster, it'll take some time.
Okay. So you're starting to take time, you're looking for you. Got it.
Yes, I'm looking for me.
Kind of like soul searching, except just the opposite.
Corpse searching.
The thing that is outside the soul.
Yep.
He really needs some time to find himself, you know?
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, well, let's see if he can kill less dogs doing it than Stan. God of life, except for those dogs, they can burn.
One accident, one time.
They're basically food.
It doesn't have to be just one time. I believe in you.
So, everyone else went to Mushroom Island. You teleported there. Well, not the most successful job of it, so you got a little battered, a little bruised. But eventually found yourself landing on top of about a 75-foot wide mushroom cap. And so the ground beneath you, this sort of reddish-brown, sort of lightly spongy textured, it gives more than normal earth would give beneath your feet. And you see around occasional giant spots of white. It doesn't like necessarily sway under your weight, but the whole thing does just kind of just move that little bit, like sitting on a boat, like on a lake.
Alice, is this a tree?
It's a mushroom.
No. It's squishy for a tree.
Alice, does this count as a tree?
Not that I know of.
Should we put a tree down?
We're not sure
Where? Tree on top of a mushroom?
Well, keep an eye out for any place that you think might be good for that.
I mean, you're kind of in the middle of this mushroom cap, so there's probably a good 30 feet to the edge.
I would like to make a knowledge nature check in order to determine whether or not the mushroom that we're standing on is of a edible variety.
Okay.
Just eat it, it's fine.
I'm going to make a walking stick appear, and I'm going to make my way over to the edge of the mushroom.
Making my way. I'm gonna start jumping on the cap.
22.
22? I mean, everything's edible. Even I'm edible. That's called cannibalism. It is indeed frowned upon in most societies.
I guess humanoid consumable without being like poisonous.
It is not one that is positive for eating, and it probably wouldn't kill you, but
Not
it may induce some illness.
Okay.
So So as Terry specifically makes his way towards the edge, all of a sudden the mushroom starts to sway a bit more. Make a luck check.
Hey,
2.
I get to make a luck check.
I'm gonna help on my
With
broom.
advantage.
Thank you for reminding me. Alright, so 12 plus 4 gets me 16.
16.
Pretty good. I just have to remember this is 5th edition, not Pathfinder.
Well, yeah, no, we're not looking for Pathfinder kind of numbers.
Yeah.
Only the old man gets those.
Yeah, right.
What? My numbers are perfectly normal.
You know, do you know why Adam can say things like that?
Because he has a grasp of the English language?
You should look at his shirt.
His eyes aren't up there.
That's why.
Ah. Pretty sure because he has the grasp of the English language.
Yeah.
We don't use inspiration in this game, but I deserve one. So, I got a walking stick, so I'm surely fine.
Yeah. Yes. So what are you going over to the edge to do? What are you?
I'm going to look.
So you kind of like balance yourself in, like the stick just kind of like stabs into the cushy top of the mushroom. I mean, and you kind of lean over, and it's probably about 70 feet, maybe 60 feet, 50, 40, 30. It's going down. The mushroom has snapped at the top, and it's just sort of...
Oh, it's not slow.
And it's sort of collapsing under itself. But it's not tipping to either side. It's kind of... It broke and is like pushing the spongy base of it down to the ground as the entire mushroom beneath all of you is basically like tottering its way downwards, and the other mushrooms around it at times like hitting the side of it and breaking, and large numbers of spores just fill the air around you as your mushroom cap collapses towards the ground. Yes, Billy, you have your hand raised?
Featherfall.
Can you target something that's not a creature?
No, it's a reaction when we start falling.
You're not falling. The mushroom cap is falling.
Wait, how fast are we falling?
I mean, slower than a proper fall because it is like literally the bottom of it breaking out underneath it. Not,
okay.
You are falling slow enough that you are not like falling up or lifting out from the thing.
Yeah.
You're
Okay, so we won't achieve any speed to take any damage from
yeah,
this.
no, you're not that, and anything that you do when it finally settles is broken by the spongy texture of the mushroom itself.
All right. Well, yeah. I surf it down if at all possible.
Yep.
If I don't feel like I can do that, I will fall.
Yep. You just gotta grab you hold your stick and you just rise it down as you look over and the ground just starts coming up towards you.
Does anyone notice the gap between me and them forming during this time? Because I'm on my broom.
Oh, if you're actually flying up there, then yeah, you'll just be up if you're flying.
That's what I'm saying. Does anyone else notice just the gap from?
No, we ignore you intentionally. What are we gonna do? You're still up there. Whatever.
I'll ride down with them.
That was strange. And now you find yourself at the base of this. Still chunks of large mushroom like falling down around where your larger, more upward mushroom had broken through many smaller, but still, 50-foot tall mushrooms, still taller than, you are now, but now they're chunks that your mushroom has hit on the way down are just falling, and...
I look up and I go, feel like a gnome at a male strip club.
I step off the mushroom and say, elevator service.
What's that?
It's the thing we put in our temple in your city.
He has a point.
We did? I thought it just had stairs.
It has stairs, but it also has...
like a manual elevator. It's like a dumbwaiter for the...
Oh!
A pulleyvator.
Yep. Also,
Don't test me.
Billy could explain the Bonka vader.
Yeah. the Anywhere Vader. Goes this way, that way.
It's a glorified catapult.
But otherwise, the as things do settle, and from up above just drifts spores, all sorts of yellows and greens, just sort of like a coloration in the air, thick.
In the event that it is relevant, I do have air bubble cast on myself.
In the event that it is relevant, I'm immune to poison.
Most of us should be. I take a sack out, and I fill the sack as much as I can with spores.
Okay. I mean, unless you're particularly fond of saving time, you can fill your sack with spores.
Yep.
You can label it Sack O Spores. That's how we'll remember it.
What day number is this again?
174. In our arbitrary day counting system.
It's not arbitrary when some of those days are relevant.
But the calendar is based on day 1 is God's return.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, maybe it eventually becomes the world's calendar.
Today is Thursday.
I don't know why it matters.
I need to know which day it was, just since if I'm gonna help you, like I said last time, I'll help you tomorrow on trying to find that Erich fella. And well, today's the day. So I summon up Invisible Stalker. Because this actually puts me on a cooldown for 7 days. Maybe Mr. Smiles. This should help you find your guy.
I think Erich has
192.
Thank you. I think Erich has experience with invisible stalkers.
Only from Henwick, but yeah.
Just goes and finds things. It's immune to poison.
It's also immune to restrained.
And it's just out there.
Yep. You can just set it to go kill him.
Alright, well...
Your man will be dead by daylight. What?
I go ahead and ready a movable rod as well. Just get it out, get it ready.
I thought you said a movable rod. I'm like, just a rod. We just call those rods.
But it's magical.
Ooh,
It's got
have you seen one of
Nestle's aura
these?
on it.
It's a movable rod.
That's great.
Yep, most of them.
It's a rod with, what is it? The thing where...
The Nestle's aura, where it
No,
just looks magical.
No, the thing where you can't get stuck in, like, rough terrain or bramble.
Oh, freedom
of
of
movement.
movement.
Yes, thank you.
It's got
Freedom of movement rod.
on it. That's a good idea. I need to make one. Just
Not bad.
whoever's holding the rod has freedom of movement.
Hey, go Teal Man. Summon up Mr. Smiles for him.
I cast Detect Magic just to have a look around and see if anything interesting.
This should help you find him.
Make a perception check.
Alright.
Who?
Me.
Billy.
23.
23. So, yeah, you don't see anything magic. However, you also... You notice that, like, all of your companions are generally covered in magic, as well as yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're not.
Interesting.
There's no magic.
I ask the people of the group, could you cast Detect Magic? I don't seem to be giving off an aura.
I can't.
I would have to take a few minutes.
no immediate
Do you guys-
threat.
Yeah.
All right, I go ahead and my walking stick goes away, and I pull out a small baking oven, and begin to prepare some wafers to bake.
So, he's doing all this. Some of it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but none of it appears magically. None of it...
What?
Nothing... For Billy, nothing registers as being magic that he's doing.
But it's working?
But it is working.
Because this is how Terry does his rituals casting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're stealth magic?
But everybody
Uh,
I
else.
pull out my portable
What's your
hole
rock?
and I open it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. It all goes into a big room. I don't remember what you have in there.
I got a lot of stuff. Mainly money.
So,
But it's-
large hole in the middle of the mushroom full of money now. Non-magical, of course.
I finish
What's it?
baking my wafer and pull it out.
Mhm.
Go and eat my little mint wafer and detect magic
Yeah, you don't detect any magic, though.
on myself or anybody else.
Mm-mm.
So we can cast, we just can't see?
Everything here is hiding magical auras.
But for me, I was able to see everybody but myself, right?
No. Everyone, yourself included. Like
Oh,
you
okay.
know that there would be magic all around, but there is no magic.
Okay.
Interesting. Well then,
Let me redouble a question. Billy, the thing that you had on your head that you said was air bubble.
Mm-hmm.
What does that spell actually read?
You create a special globe around the head of a willing creature that you can see within range. The globe is filled with fresh air that lasts until the spell ends. If the creature has more than one head, the globe appears around only one of which the heads, which is all the creature needs to avoid suffocation, assuming that all the other heads share the same respiratory system.
Okay, so it doesn't really prevent things from getting into it. So yeah, as I'd said before.
Okay.
It's all very
Cool.
neat. Doesn't really do anything.
and so this is not a. This happens even though to those of us that are immune to poison.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, it seems we're being poisoned.
I mean, you're surrounded by mushrooms. I couldn't imagine what's poisoning you.
Well,
A complete mystery. We'll never know.
Well, I guess we.
I try to interact with the mushrooms. Do I get a will save?
No.
Okay.
Well, Ryan ate some, so
That does not help the rest of us. I
yeah,
ate a lovely chocolate mint wafer.
neat. I don't know what this has to do with the price of tea in China, so
What's China?
I don't know about China, but in Jade Country, I can tell you the price
porcelain
of tea.
tableware.
neat. So yeah, let's go. The stalker's doing its thing, yeah?
What are you having it do?
I'm not having it do anything.
Because unless he's
I'm not in
sick,
charge of the stalker.
because I mean it's an invisible stalker. Like you can send it out. Like it can find him.
Yeah,
You can go and kill him.
that's what I imagine Eric wants it to do, is to locate Eric.
Yeah, I'm not in charge of it. I don't know.
But otherwise, stepping down off of the giant now mushroom cap that is collapsed, the ground through the rest of the mushroom forest. Still, many more normal. Like you can't basically step without crushing your way through smaller mushrooms and molds and funguses just along the ground beneath those.
I cast. Actually, how long does that take? Yeah, I'll take a minute and cast Identify.
Okay.
I try to identify the spores.
Does that work on non-magical things?
You choose one object that you touch throughout the casting of the spell.
Oh,
If
neat.
it is a magical item or some other magic-imbued object, you learn the properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement, how many charges it has. You'll learn whether any spells are affecting the item, any spells that are affecting the item, and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, and learn which spell created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, they're currently under effect.
Hmm.
Yeah, essentially the spores function similar to the obfuscate magic of Mistral's aura.
You want to pop out your magic carpet there for the group so they don't step on these mushrooms?
Oh no, the spores are everywhere, dude.
I'm not worried about it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Means
okay.
nothing.
Legit,
Yeah.
I pull out my 10-foot wide magic carpet and say, "Choo choo."
I mean, it does mean that you now have a bag full of spores that you could rub on something in it.
Oh, I'm filling up. I'm putting my portable hole on the top of the magic carpet to collect more spores. No, I'm kidding. But no, I do get
I
the
fall
magic
in.
carpet. Yeah, I do pull out the magic carpet though,
Okay.
as requested. Also, that is really cool though that this does that.
I'm sitting there like I don't know why you guys care about any of it. None of it matters.
Think about it this way: if you're hiding, and somebody detects magic, they can still detect the magic on you. If you were covered in these spores, they wouldn't.
I don't do that anyways.
Okay.
No,
Takes it
my
at-
divine.
And nothing to hide from.
No.
No. He doesn't request any explanation. Face value.
No, I'm better than that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way with me.
Yeah, face value. Okay.
It
So,
actually doesn't though, because I'm.
There's no question. There's no doubt.
This is me explaining it, David. Quit interrupting.
I take some of the mushroom spores.
Mhm.
Also, we're ground floor now.
Yes.
Okay, so is the ground like littered in spores, or is there still like earth and stuff that we can get to?
It is. When you step off the mushroom itself, there are normal mushrooms, and there are just all the way down are different size mushrooms, down to just normal, what you would think of a normal size mushrooms on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And if you break them out of the way, there's like molds and fungus that is along the ground layer below that.
Okay.
Might I suggest that we be careful about how we collect these spores? We don't want to introduce them to the mainland without caution. They could still be poisonous.
Mm-hmm. Can I see any rocks? Like pebbles?
Make a perception check.
15?
15. There's a few points where you think maybe you found some, but upon trying to get them, you find that they are just broken off bits of mushroom with that kind of coloration.
Okay.
I go ahead and light my hand on fire, and via searing smite, and press it into the ground. Does it just burn down?
Burns down.
Like how far? Can I get down to my elbow, or what's up?
Make a strength check.
I lean on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get advantage for leaning on it?
No.
Doesn't matter how heavy you are, you're still fisting the
16.
earth.
16? Yeah, you can get down.
So like I don't find soil.
Correct.
I don't
Or the
find
closest
anything
thing to
that's
soil seems to be layers of broken down, still mushroom that is just
there's no goop or peat or anything.
there. I mean, there is different moss levels and fungus stuff, but I mean it layers through, and it's all stuff that will burn away. That is not compacted.
I want to burn down to my shoulder with it.
Okay. It gives
still...
more resistance as you go, as the lower levels are in themselves becoming soil as they break down, but something about the mushroom nature seems to hold too long, much deeper than would be normal anywhere else.
And just like in the old Blender videos, don't breathe this. So
and as you are there, you feel things right around this part of your arm, just kind of like not hurting it, not just kind of pressing against it.
Above, I slowly pull out.
Okay, where the fire is, they stop, and
I stop casting Searing Smite. Huh. I go we might want to get a core sample at some point. It'll take me a minute, but I mean, I can do that as we go. So, yeah. So we're on the carpet, and the some of us are on the carpet, some of us are on a broom.
Peter's gonna hate.
It's so passe. But let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and make.
I got a pointy hat now.
I really do want to get you a pointy hat. The problem is that it would be difficult getting you a pointy hat because the bling would have to be so heavy.
Huh?
It would have to be covered in diamond, just like the rest of him.
Yeah, you all do be ostentatious.
No.
You know what? It helps you.
Me?
Yeah.
What did I do?
Not be ostentatious. So when everyone's looking at them...
I just wander around, do my thing, no big deal. Don't worry about it.
As we fly following the, I don't know, the
Mr. Smiles.
Mr. Smiles.
It's invisible. You can't see it.
Who we assume... So as we go around following the aforementioned Mr. Smiles, I go ahead and cast Creation to make myself a tool to get a core sample.
If
which
you
takes
want
a minute.
The stalker to be visible, just have him hold something that's not invisible.
Give him a stick.
Follow that... Unless you brought a stick. Follow that bit of mushroom.
Yep. I go ahead and get a 5-foot deep core sample.
Okay. Do you stop at a certain
put that in
point?
I can only go 5 feet.
No, I mean, like, you have to stop the...
Oh, I mean, yeah, I get ready to do it for when we stop.
Okay.
I'm not going to stop the caravan, but I will do it when we do stop.
I will turn this around.
Okay. But...
Question is, the undergrowth where whatever the mushrooms is that thick enough that it's essentially solid, or?
Yeah.
Or?
Oh yeah, no, I can tell you, it was hard to push down that,
yeah.
even 2 feet.
Okay.
And like, I think the only reason I was able to get down that far is because this stuff is kind of flammable. It's moist.
How flammable is kind of flammable?
Like, it didn't catch fire, but it burnt away with contact with the fire.
Continued application deals damage.
Well, while we're going along, I'm going to go ahead and cast Arcane Eye to look around the place.
Okay.
And continue to look to see if any of these things happen to be good ingredients.
Okay.
That's a shame about Arcane Eye.
What's wrong with Arcane Eye?
It won't be able to pierce the Nistel's aura.
But I'm not using it to detect magic.
Oh, okay.
I'm using it as a drone to look around.
So as you're carpeting your way through, going past a grouping of a fungus, like mushroom caps that seem to have like crevices, like holes in them, like where like a spot might be on like the traditional like cartoon mushroom. It's actually just like a hole that goes like to darkness within it. And there's like a grouping of them that sort of the stalker like leads between. And as you get near them, they just release like a, like a scream, like just a shrieking scream starts emitting from this group of mushrooms.
How big are these?
About 5 foot tall, 5 or 6 foot tall.
Just keep going. Just ignore it. Keep going. Please?
I'm not in charge of the carpet. You're driving.
We're following Mr. Smiles.
But,
I mean, maybe Mr. Smiles will go around them.
I mean, you're like in between them by the time you notice. But,
yeah, we don't stop.
but yeah, no, some 20 seconds later it stops. Still just sort of, you can hear it echoing around the different mushroom paths. And at this point, you're going through near darkness. Like, just from, like, the canopy of mushrooms up above.
Okay.
It was bright where your giant one broke its way down, crushing everything beneath it. But here...
And go ahead and...
I do have 100 feet of rope. I mean, we could just do like a vertical rope and just let them walk on the ground, or pull them up and...
To what end, though?
Yeah, never mind. Let's just let them lead.
Yeah, so I go ahead and cast light on the carpet.
Okay.
Actually, no, I cast light on the stick that is the piece of mushroom that is being held by Mr. Smiles. Follow the wisp.
So everything's dark right now?
Yes, you're beneath the canopy of mushrooms.
Oh.
So it's dim light at best.
Yeah.
I go ahead and use, I think it's thaumaturgy will let me do this, in order to make the light brighter. So we have a very bright light that is being carried by Mr. Smiles. That he will then use to kill Erich Rasparauda.
It doesn't say he goes for the kill, it just says he tracks. I have to call him up when he gets there, like any track animal, but still.
Like any track animal.
So, Billy, as you look, and you're having your arcane eye just move in other spots as you're
surveying the area.
Yeah, riding along.
Looking for stuff.
Looking around, it sees sort of this I guess cluster of mushrooms. It's probably 4 or 5 feet off the ground, not connected.
Oh, so like a mushroom on top of the other mushrooms?
No, like a mushroom floating in midair.
Ah, and it's like, I tell people I'm seeing a floating mushroom over where my eye is.
Should we detour? Are you sure it's not just hanging from something?
It appears to be levitating, so...
Yeah, if you investigate further, yeah, there's I don't know, a dozen sort of like mushroom caps on top of it. But also looking around it, you see on one side, just in the middle, just like a glossy, sort of slightly glazed over eyeball.
I think it has an eyeball, so I'm guessing it's probably a creature. How far away is my eye from our location?
Did you have it go in the direction you were going, or did it, because it just went the other way while you guys are riding here? Far?
Yeah, it's like, it's a ways back, but is it moving?
If you watch for a moment, it's slightly bobbing, but not really going anywhere.
Okay, and it's like it at least seems to be staying in the same place, just kind of hovering there.
Want to make a note and come back after this?
I mean, I don't know to what end.
Huh?
To either interact with it or fight it, I guess.
Fighting around the world.
Russell
So-
Crowe.
Let's you can catch up to us through some means probably, if you are terribly interested in that.
Uh,
I mean, I just want to follow the stalker and find Erich. I've got questions.
Yeah, I don't see any problem with just following the stalker. Messing with the indigenous life here, while it sounds like fun, might be a secondary objective.
Alright.
Tally ho.
no,
Go to Invisible Stalker, Mr. Smiles.
Carry on.
Yeah. So we travel for probably 6 hours. So if you're doing anything,
What's the duration of Invisible Stalker?
I created him.
he's a creature, so
what's the duration of your angels?
Creation of life. No, that's the actual, like, use our ability of God ability.
so whatever his natural
Being
lifespan
built
is.
life. So he's around forever? Just like Perry there?
After like an hour, I'm gonna be like,
What,
"Are
can't do
you
that?
sure he knows where he's going?"
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of check I'm taking, but I want to see if I can figure out if this guy knows, if he has like some ability or what it is.
Knowledge Arcana.
Oh, goody. I can do that. 25 plus a D4.
Excuse me.
I mean, you could have just asked me to explain his ability.
So 26.
That's what it does. It knows the distance and direction to its quarry and where its summoner is.
Can you like tell us maybe what that distance is?
He speaks Orin, which I understand.
But I also understand his language.
Understands common but doesn't speak.
Oh, okay. Well, then that means that he has to come over with me for 10 minutes.
No, I just pull out a pen and paper and say write down the distance.
He's like the ultimate hunter, like, yep, 500 feet out.
I'm just holding the paper and say put a number down for the distance.
I'm gonna say no. That's not how that works. It comprehends what's being said to it, but it doesn't speak.
Yeah, I'm not asking it to speak.
He's asking for
Alright, so it tries to write. It doesn't quite have that level of coordination with a pen.
It's never written before.
Yeah.
Now,
They're not literate.
now can I take 10 minutes?
You're just on the thing. You have...
Okay, so if the invisible stalker sits with me, I'll cast a telepathic bond on it so we can ask it questions.
Okay, so you stop the carpet for it? Well, I guess that would you have to stand. If it has to not be leading ahead.
And we can just ask it, what direction do we need to go for a little while?
I mean, we've
keep
been-
going that direction.
We've been going in a direction for an hour, so
Yeah.
Okay, keep going that
I
direction
mean,
then.
it
Carry
just
on
gets
for 10
on. It
minutes.
just gets on the carpet, and we keep going in that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tells you, distance of which you gather, it's probably, going to be another near 5 more hours. It's...
So we now know that it's going to be several hours,
Yeah.
rather than just assuming for hours that it's right. Okay. Thank you.
One question, Mr. Smiles. He knows what's up.
Well, if we know it's 5 hours distance, if we want, the old man could probably cut it down quite a bit.
I mean, I can only take one person at a time.
Yeah, you only need to take the invisible stalker. The rest of us can just be sitting in a divine realm waiting.
I'm not to ask you to be a taxi service, but
I don't think he can take the invisible stalker.
It has to be a willing person.
He has to be able to, like, touch it. I don't know. Invisible stalker is weird. Because it can touch you, but it's not really touching you.
yeah,
It's air.
Okay, that's not a problem. We've got this. I put my portable hole down on top of the carpet. We all climb the hands into the portable hole. And then Bob takes the carpet and dimension doors, I don't know, a dozen times in the right direction. And then we get out and check with the invisible stalker. Repeat.
Yeah. I like it.
As long as you guys don't mind getting in my handy hole.
No, it doesn't bother me.
Oh god, creep down.
Of course it doesn't bother Billy Bonka. You just get ideas for things to put in your factory.
You know, this would make a nice coat rack.
Yeah, no, the hands are just there for you to use.
I
for you?
hate everything about that thing. I hate it so much.
It's nightmare fuel.
I hate it.
See,
I hate
my
it so
problem
much.
is that the hands need to be able to grab stuff. I want them to do that.
They
There are
can.
several hands that are in shapes
Yeah,
that can grab.
they can.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
He's lined with hands that
I
can
hate
grab.
the whole thing.
And it's like, I might have you add some at some point. That's a pretty good
Nightmare
idea.
fuel.
But yeah,
I hate
so
it so
it's okay. Bob doesn't have to get in the hole.
I'm not getting in the hole.
The whole thing relies, in fact, on the old man's dimension door.
Good thing. Good news. I'm not getting in there anyway.
Good news.
Good news, everyone. That's not happening. I'm not getting in.
The whole
So-
suppository. Anyway,
Good
so
news. It's a suppository.
so we dimension door like a few dozen times. Get out to see what the invisible stalker says.
Thank you, old man taxi service.
So you managed to make everything more complicated, but get there sooner.
Right.
That's might as well be our tagline.
Sounds like D&D. It's like, should we
Who
just
needs-
go there? We'll get there in 2 hours, and we'll be done. No, let's spend the next half hour talking about a way to get that down to half an hour.
Who needs easy when we've got fast?
But yeah, so near the end of it, you find yourself dimension door. Dimension door.
Right.
Dimension. Are you flying, or are you just on the ground?
I'm on the ground. Plop, plop, plop. Can't fly.
And splash down about up to your knees as you've broken through the end of the like that border
Mushroom
of that
forest.
mushroom forest, and you're in sort of the shallows. And looking back towards the mushrooms, you see just sort of a community, like you see still all mushrooms, but like they're up and they're walking about, and they have, well, they're more mushrooms, but they're kind of decked up to look like almost like a mockery of a house. And like these people, like, I mean, some of them are like, yeah, normal size, but like some of them are like 12-foot tall mushrooms, like a dozen or so, just sort of walking about, and many your own height and some shorter ones, just sort of this community.
Do the mushrooms have eyeballs?
You're further away from. You're in a hole. You see hands.
I hold out my hands. I say, "Don't worry. I'm just a god."
They do nothing.
reach out, cast tongues.
Excellent. They're not afraid. I'm gonna open the hole.
Alright. We all get out, check with the invisible stalker. All gawk at the walking mushrooms.
Yeah. It starts... I guess at this point it has like a capped mushroom that it points as an arrow in the direction back towards the village of mushrooms.
Oh, we're close. We overshot.
I look up and I go, there is a secret technique amongst detectives to find people.
Oh no, here we go.
Erich Runner! Famed adventurer, Erich Runner!
Ah, yes, of course. Greatest detective.
The head of Erich Runner pops up from behind a mushroom. And he turns and he points a finger back towards something behind that mushroom as he jumps up on a mushroom that has clearly been decked out to look like someone's like a house, and he just sort of walks over the roof of it and drops down, parts of it breaking off as he goes, and walks out knee deep in the water to greet you. Someone seeking the god of adventure.
Yes, I have a question for you.
Of course.
I look around, I'm like, in private.
Ow.
Hey, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? There's somewhere
Dear
you've never
Rolfur.
been before.
Dear Rolfur, have you seen sentient mushroom souls in the river of souls that you've looked through?
No. But depending on where they are, I wouldn't have.
We might have found someone we need you to check on. Thanks.
Anyway.
Okay.
I go, there's actually somewhere you've never been before. I open the door to my god. I open the door to my godly realm.
Kind of looks in. It looks familiar.
No, it doesn't.
Ah, yes, I've been here. You must have changed the exterior, though. Some of this stuff isn't the way it was last time I was here.
No, you haven't.
I like what you.
I
did
have
with the
definitely seen that bed before. I think I
It was
slept in it.
awfully really tall last time.
Are you taking him to an empty room or one with...
No, just well, yeah, not one with like people in it.
Okay.
I used telepathy to the old
And
man. Are you trying to capture him in your godly realm?
No. I usher him in,
Mhm.
and then I close the door.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go and chat up the Mushroom Village people.
Okay. So as you
I'm
walk out,
going
it is eerily quiet. Just some creaking and things like that throughout the village.
I open a door to my head, or the life domain for Mr. Smiles to go back into.
Okay.
He's gonna hang out there.
While he has
so-
telepathy, he does express that he's not sure why you call him Mr. Smiles.
Do you have a name that you prefer?
Jeff.
Not Pokemon.
Just
My
from
name
the
is Jeff.
Just from the concept of what a smile is.
I didn't.
Mr. Smiles.
That
You can see it coming.
that particular telepathy only lasts for an hour.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
make it permanent on him.
Well then never mind. He never tells you the way he feels. He's just Mr. Smiles to you. Internally, he's conflicted.
But yes, I'm going.
Next time he gets a chance, if he remembers, he might tell me.
But I'm gonna wave to the mushrooms and indicate through body language that I'm friendly.
Okay. They go up and they release a burst of spores.
Okay.
They coomed on you. Just look at him and be like, are you trying to breed me?
You now have rapport for 1 hour. You can communicate with them within 30 feet.
Okay. I also had an ability that allows me to speak with any creature.
Were you the one that asked if they have eyeballs?
Yeah, I was.
Are you going
And I'm
over
with
with
him.
him?
Yeah, no, I said I was with him.
Okay. Yes, they do have eyeballs. There. Okay. This is one of the ones we have giant picture of in the book.
Oh wow.
Let's,
Yeah, once I put smiles away, I go join them.
Yeah.
let's start proselytizing.
But yeah, going to
Yeah.
greet them, try to learn about who they are, and explain who we are.
Okay. So while you guys are doing that, let's look at Old Man and Erich.
Yeah, I was going to.
As
I
you
suppose I should
as you
just
polish
do-
back, yes, I was going to.
You can't kill him.
He's already been there.
Yeah, he won't go back. He's already been. Now, I look at Eric and I say, "Would you like some tea?"
What do you have to offer?
I open up my little cart that I have in there. I'm like, Earl Grey liver disaster, chai. There's some oolong. Got a little white tea. I think this is sleepy time. It's mint or something. I don't know.
I can do with the rest.
A little sleepy time. Oh yeah, mint tea. So I make up a couple cups, put them down. I say, so I needed to discuss with you the ability and how difficult is it to switch someone's divinity from one to another. Can I strip a man's divinity and give it to someone else who is not me and is not connected to that divinity in any other way?
I don't know if you can, but I have done that before, so I know it's possible. It's been a while. I'll have to think about it. And they don't want to be stripped of their divinity.
I assume not. I don't intend to ask. You know what happens when you ask? They might say no, and then you're being a dick.
Understandable. Now, the concern that I would have with telling you, just my personal concern with telling you, would be that you might try and use it against me.
Oh no, I'm going to do it to someone completely different. It will be a terribly weird adventure for them. They have no idea it's going to happen. I haven't informed them. I'm just going to do it and, like, just let them live this new divine existence.
Okay. So.
They
It may
have been
be totally
stationary
different.
for over 50 years.
That's really sad. We should fix that. So it might, I mean, it may work very different here. I've of course traveled the worlds, so you know, not all the gods are the same. It could be different, but there might be something like inside that powers the divinity, and it's not like picking up your pocket knife. It's not like, you know, you cut through and it's there amongst like the guts. It's almost like it's on its own separate plane. One that's hard to get to, but if you can get to it and follow them to where their divinity is held there, you might be able to, you know, if you're good enough, wrestle it away from them. I've done it before, a long time ago, but you do have to be good enough.
Good won't be a problem. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Of course. Would you like to
Open
go
the
out
door.
and meet my my followers?
Yeah, sure.
So
We're in Rexington. We're in...
oh, because you closed the door.
I closed the door.
Have any idea how long I got stuck spent in this town before? That's...
Come on. It was pretty funny, though.
Well, I think I taught them enough on how to get their island to move. They'll be headed somewhere.
I'm not okay with
As he
any
just,
of
like,
this.
He
Walks
just
out of
looks
your
off.
bar, which faces the dock.
It's like, was that my bar?
No, that's his point. He's like, you have any idea how long I got stuck here? Looking up and down. Always had good luck with blue flags. And marches his way up to, like, just a boat. And just starts talking with what is clearly just like a worker there. Kind of giving him orders.
Takes out a tricorn, puts it on, and the boat just sails off. The captain's sitting on the dock going, "Where'd my boat go?"
He's got to get going. You're an absolute ass, Ronald Weasley.
Monster, more like.
Yeah, you
Hey,
did
you
trap
guys
him
enjoy
there.
the Mushroom Palace or whatever. I got what information I needed.
Okay. Meanwhile, Stan, Alice, Terry, and Billy are talking with the
Mushroom.
Myconids.
Yeah.
Their tone is slow and calm, but they talk of desires and what they've not yet seen, and that their whole island is alive, and it's gonna go see what more is out there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool,
So what do you spend your time doing?
Do some alchemy. Check and see how toxic this place is.
Like Twitter level toxic.
Give them the inform them of the understanding of the gods, and that
Oh yeah, they're very aware of the gods. They've spent a great deal of time with the god of adventure.
explain to them that the god of adventure doesn't have his own divine realm, so that he can't save you from the river of death, and that there's a different god that has similar type of tastes if they were interested in the god of storms that also enjoys adventure, or me myself who also enjoys it as well. But I'll explain to them the other gods that can actually
Make
give
a
them...
persuasion check.
Okay. Uh, 34.
Okay. You managed to certainly convince some of them. Are you one of those that, like, what do you know as far as tracking or knowing of your followers? Anything, or you have any of those?
Oh,
Did you grab any of those?
I've got an ability that allows me to inspire any of my followers.
Okay.
Then if they want it, I can hand out my...
You can't.
No, I can't give them my... What is it called? The
Boon or whatever it is, the piety abilities.
Yeah, the Thero stuff.
Doesn't go over to them.
Hmm.
Your follower numbers don't go up from them.
Oh, okay. So...
They don't have
They
souls.
don't have souls.
I asked them, are you guys individuals, or are you a single creature that's just got different appendages, essentially?
I mean, we're all individuals of the same, but we are all still the island.
Oh, okay. So maybe there's only...
So there's one follower we're all trying to get here. Is what I'm hearing.
It's like maybe it's just one.
Well, that guy over there burned you, so let's not talk to him.
Yeah, it may be one, but also one that, in and of the way it works, I mean, unless something terrible happens, doesn't die.
I'm gonna.
As it is, miles large.
So is this place toxic?
Define toxic.
Poisonous. Does it deal damage or have negative mental effects?
What do you mean by this place? Like the island?
Yeah, all the spores that are coming around. If a regular person walked in here with no physical protections, would the environment alone be a problem?
Did Erich deceive you to you thinking that he is actually one of the gods? Because he was just hanging out amongst them.
I assume he has protections of some kind.
I love the idea that you make assumptions of him like you make assumptions of the old man.
The old man was seeking him out. He probably has protections of some kind.
So,
I think I'm the only one who's met him.
I also asked them whether or not any of the stuff on the island is either edible or would be interesting for my particular experiments.
Introduce candy to them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, edible in large that they grow upon layers of it as it grows upon layers of them. Toxic in that, like if you eat a lot of the mushrooms are going to make you sick to your stomach, which is their way of saying, "Throw me back up."
Yeah. Okay, but like
the
general air.
spores in general, like the air. No, it largely just seems to obfuscate.
Just obfuscate. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm way less concerned now. I make sure to let them know through Billy, that we definitely want to warn them that traveling around, a lot of kingdoms would consider them monstrous or problematic. So when you go to approach new places, send envoys. Be careful, and also recognize how they speak. I go ahead and spend a minute and use creation. Actually, no. I fabricate a mushroom book. They fabricate a book out of their mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
The best of my ability.
Mm-hmm.
And the book is a translation book trying to describe what physical motions mean. So, like aggressive stances, exactly, things like that. And like I apply them, and I have like a dot system where the more dots, the less dangerous. The less dots, the more. I mean, let's do it that way. The more dots, the more dangerous.
Or you switched it halfway through. You're confusing me.
Yeah, right. So
I got them wrong on purpose.
because it's funny. No, basically I give them a book list.
Chair.
Basically, I give them a book that gives them a general idea of how to interact with people.
Otherwise, for Billy,
Mm-hmm.
There are some mushrooms upon the island that are like introduced outside of it that may have other properties. If you wanted help trying to locate some of those.
What, like medicinal properties or just like interesting?
They that are unusual. Like the medicinal properties doesn't quite have a meaning to them.
Okay.
If you were to get sick, you would just want to die and grow anew.
Okay.
There's no concept of why would you want to get well again. Just get this over with and become new again.
Okay. But yeah, if they want to show me interesting ones.
Okay. Make a luck check.
Alright. Natural 20. 22.
Okay.
As it should be.
So they bring you to one of the ones that's like that you'd passed by before that screams.
Hmm.
In the book, those are given as examples of bad behavior.
Looking at the screaming mushroom, and it's like thinking possibilities, and it's like, do I think that I would be able to retain the screaming feature if I somehow molded this guy into a form of ice cream?
I mean, you'd have to work on it, but obviously, it being a mushroom, you can regrow parts of it, from a small bit to get more to grow to then later try to have enough to experiment with.
Okay, I go ahead and telekinesisly grab it and throw it in my divine realm.
Okay. They bring you near one. They find one of the ones that is floating, the whole the one that looks like a beholder essentially. Mm-hmm. They kind of they like pause you there and communicate that these ones explode. They're full of gas. May want to give it a wide berth.
Okay. And it's like, does it explode as soon as it's touched?
They would probably know, so let me just flip to that. No, letting it touch you can be poisonous, but that it explodes when it's like pierced or destroyed.
Okay.
Which is, and they kind of pause and say, which is easier to do than you might think.
And like, are there any other ones that float, or just this guy?
It's the only one that floats. Some sort of gas inside of itself.
Huh. Is there any way that I can think of that I would be able to collect the gas from it?
I mean, they said if you pierce it, it explodes, so...
Okay.
Put it in a balloon, and then you pop it. Not the balloon.
Yeah, I suppose I could do that.
It's not murder if you get something out of it.
Well, it's not murder anyway. It's mushroom harvesting.
On that note, I'm just gonna skedaddle off this thing and go in my realm, and then plane shift from there back to regular realm.
Say, if I create...
Oh, did you heal all of us, by the way?
Yeah, I'll kick you a heal before you start farming a creature.
And I'm the monster.
I know, right? I'm getting the hell out of Dodge here.
I mean, at this point, Billy is off away from the town.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm in town trying to give these people things to prepare them for interacting with non-psychic beings.
Oh, then I didn't want the healing after the explanation earlier. Yeah, I still plane shift back home.
Okay, back to Drayton.
Yeah.
Telepathy to old man. You good?
Yeah?
Okay, just checking because he didn't come back.
I can't teleport.
If not, that was my methodology.
Were you wanting to come back?
No. Even if I did, I can't.
Shaking my head.
It's like he got the one thing he came for.
Then didn't even say anything.
I had a question that needed answering.
You're you, which isn't him. Therefore, you have no value. Or minimal value.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even get a thank you for taxing him around. Erich didn't even get a thank you for his finding the guy.
So
You can't use Erich's real name when we're dealing with the character Erich as well. You have to call Erich Stan.
Yep, Stan didn't even get a thank you for tax. But one way or another, I go ahead and also telepathically inform
Telepathic.
Rolfur. Yeah, whatever.
Telepathic.
Let Rolfur know what occurred.
What, that you found mushroom people?
That we came to the Mushroom Island and seeking Erich Rasbrauda. That through Stan's summons, we found him. Then the old man took him into
You
his.
guys actually found Erich Rasbrauda?
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, but yes.
That guy shows up in paperwork going back centuries.
He claimed to be a god of adventure. I mean, he's not, because he didn't show up on when I pinged reality for gods before and he didn't show up. So he's not, but he's
Has he been
definitely
on, this
something
creature?
special.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The information on that guy is extremely contradictory.
Did you need to find him?
No.
Okay.
I think
Well-
it's one of those, like, title mantle things.
Well, whatever it is, we found him. The old man took him into his realm, and they both disappeared. And the old man seems pretty content with what happened. Also, the old man gave no thanks whatsoever to anybody involved.
Oh, Jesus Christ, David. Do you need a fucking hand job every time I get anything from you?
Preferably.
You thank me.
You know, being treated like a proper.
You didn't thank me.
Remember, Bob,
Gosh,
right
yes.
now you are trying to get in the good graces of some of these people. They got.
I'm not trying to get in the good graces of any of these people.
Well, okay. I didn't know if you're trying to not have the party be split, but part of traveling, this was like the first time traveling together after everyone decided that they hated you.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, you do. You were fully informed about it.
Yeah.
I was informed that there was a conference that they're like, man, that wasn't very cool.
Yeah, you got informed that that people had a conference without you
About
talking
you.
about your actions.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do with me.
That is the most foolish interpretation you could act. Bob, you
being upset has nothing to do with me.
Bob, you coined the term intentionally stupid to me before. And that's what you're doing.
It literally has nothing to do with me. When you are upset, it has nothing to do with me.
That's
You're mad about something.
something you did.
Yes, but there's no reason for you to be mad. You'll get over it.
Okay. You're okay with living in that intentional whatever.
There's times where I don't know if the old man is ridiculous or Bob is ridiculous.
It's Bob.
Little column A, little column B.
Anyways, Billy?
Yeah. So, I think that would potentially be too dangerous to probably capture this thing alive.
I mean, that's up to you.
I mean, do I get that impression when I'm talking to them?
It explodes easy.
And or are we talking about like a single dagger strike would cause it to be pierced and explode?
Probably.
Okay. Do I think it would work if I covered it in like a balloon, like a rubber canvas that's like thicker, to be able to at least collect the gas that's on the inside of it?
You could certainly try.
Okay. It's like, I will go ahead and make the attempt then.
Okay.
And so I will go ahead and conjure forth a illusionary version of a large like hot balloon canvas to have it throw over the top of it and try to capture it and then pierce it and collect the gas and then
Okay.
tie it off.
Just so I'm on the same page as you here, this giant island creature that we determined is one creature here, and we're trying to stab it now. This thing's freaking huge.
Distinctly, they are taking him to some of the things that aren't the same as them.
Yeah, I'm asking the villagers whether or not it makes sense for me to be doing this stuff.
They're outside.
Oh,
No, they're literally taking it to like some of the other outside fungus that is growing on the island that is not them.
It's also them, but it's not them.
Other mushrooms or colonies.
Oh, I thought he was saying he was going to blow up, like, stab the whole island as a whole.
No, stabbing the island with the dagger isn't going to make the island pop. No, it's the gas spore. It's the one of the.
That's what I misinterpreted.
So it was a living Death Star the entire time.
I knew it.
Okay.
Is it a beholder? Is it a mushroom? You can't tell.
So I do forego my core collection, by the way.
Oh, okay. Come on, you could have found out what was pressing against you deep down within.
Nah, I'm good. I can tell you, I already know what's down there. It's a full layer of nope.
That's a nope, Phil?
Oh, and
Yep, I'm pretty sure that's the nope layer.
This floating guy also was the same one with the eyeball?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it has a AC of 5 and 1 hit point, so yes, you're able to pierce it.
Okay, easy. Yep.
Pop goes the weasel.
Well, I will pop it and do my best to try to use my hands and telekinesis to capture the gas before it escapes in my illusionarily made real created balloon smock.
Okay. I mean, a lot of the gas does escape, but there is like a layer of spore goop on the inside of the.
Okay. Was I able to collect any gas?
I mean, no. It basically, with the 20-foot radius explosion, it found the opening and blew its way through out of that.
Okay.
Right. Your containment was not large enough for it to not just burst through it with the force at which it exploded.
Okay.
So.
It's like, no, so not that way.
Would have to be like a chainmail reinforced shenanigan.
Mm-hmm.
Or just have enough room for it to.
Right.
Large containment chamber.
It's like, okay, so that didn't work. Did they have any other?
Yeah, because you had the natural 20, right?
Yep.
Yeah. They also managed to find some of the mushrooms that the travelers are often looking for, which are just small, little
magic
covered mushrooms, and only 7 or 8 inches tall, with a taller rather than wide mushroom cap.
All right. Am I familiar? I asked them why these are sought after, and then also try to make a knowledge check to see if I recognize it.
Okay. They're not sure they don't do anything special with them.
15. Unless it's Arcana.
Yeah, it'd be Arcana.
And then I get an 18.
Yeah, they induce illusionary reality.
Neat. Alright. And so we got that, and got the popping ones and the shrieking ones.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, I thank the mushroom fellows for their time.
Mm-hmm.
When we were over by their village and out near the ocean and stuff, were there rocks there?
There are not rocks, no. And in fact, because you came out over the ocean itself, it's still mushroom down under the surface of the water.
Okay.
It's mushroom all the way down.
So it's got whatever it's roots and kind of dangling into the water?
Well, they would probably be on maybe the underside of whatever it is, but like the mushroom layer that it is, actually the water is above the top.
It's like a mangrove mushroom.
Straight down to the nope layer.
Okay.
Nopes all the way down.
So,
Yep.
Billy, Terry, and Alice are still on the island.
So Alice, you want a tree here?
I don't know how that would work here.
I don't either.
Like, there's literally nothing like that.
I mean, if I didn't know Ryan was like sacrificing anything, doing that what I thought earlier, which made me jet out, I would have stayed with them. So
Okay.
I can offer a ride home.
Okay. Yeah, they were showing him around things. Yeah,
So,
they're just sort of a chill people.
Yeah. Oh, how many of those illusionary mushrooms did they give me?
Let's roll a d6.
5.
You get 5.
But so after I get done with that, I ask people who's still on the island, and does anybody want me to teleport them someplace or go back to?
Yeah, I mean, I checked with the old man. He doesn't care about anything else. So
When I
he's
said we're
done.
going to this island, said I'm going to talk to this one guy. I talked to the one guy. I literally said why I was going.
Yeah.
I have gotten done distributing some books on how to kind of sort of communicate with people.
Okay.
Um,
Good job.
so I hope that that'll avoid bloodshed, but I don't know.
I mean, this mushroom guy wants to stay alive. Just pray to me a little bit. I'll make sure he lives.
Forever.
I get the one follower here. Let's go.
Who wants to live forever?
Then we should. I mean, yeah, I don't think that there's anything else that I need here. I've got a sack of this, the spores. I'm gonna do some more tests on them once I get home to make sure that there's no, like, it doesn't seem like there's any kind of toxicity. I want to make sure that they're not going to like become invasive. So before we all leave, I do have a request for everybody that is still here. I would like to have us all step into my portable hole so that I could properly clean us before we get back to our normal places.
I knew you were kinky.
What does a proper cleaning entail?
Alice shakes her head and looks up towards.
For the record, I'm
prodigious
not there.
amounts of prestidigitation.
Okay, I got it covered for myself, bro.
So like I can go into my divine realm and just summon up a waterfall or something to clean myself off.
All right. Well, the offer is just, the offer's there, and the request is also there that we properly clean ourselves.
I'll go with Billy.
Okay.
Let's go in the handle.
You
Let me
don't
clean
look-
you.
I do not say things in a creepy manner.
I don't know. It feels a bit touchy-grabby in here.
I would like to point out that on the surface, everything I have said is completely sound.
Yeah. None of us denied that. We're digging down to the layer where it's weird.
We just went into the mushroom lair.
All right, so we
The
we
layer
clean
where it kind
ourselves
of
to make sure that
caresses
there's
your
not going to
arm.
be any prize issues, and then we head out.
Yep. Say if you want to go back to Dollport, I'll open up the my realm so you can walk back there, and that'll at least allow you to get to the Jade Country if you want, or to the Great City if you really want. Or I don't need to do that for Terry,
yeah,
because he
'cause-
can just go back to Jade Country whenever he wants.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
And
Yeah.
once Alice is
No
back
one
to an
wants-
area that has actual trees, she can move around as needed. So.
Okay.
Are we planning on doing something after this?
As long
or
as
is
you
this
just
just
wander into the
family
desert
trip?
again.
No, that was it.
I asked Alice since she's going with me.
Wanna
It's
get lunch?
like I'm planning on going back to Vorpal. Did you want to come with?
It's dangerous down there, but sure.
Yeah, they were telling me about the Jabberwocky, and I talked with some of the blacksmiths there. And did some proselytizing around the area since we haven't interacted with them yet, or except for me.
You offer that to anyone else that was with us, or
And it's like, yeah, if Stan comes
I do, yeah.
to the whatever our wash-up party, I'll ask him too.
Can we not call it the wash-up party?
Too late. It's been called the wash-up party already.
I'd prefer not to be called, not for it to be called that.
So would everyone else.
you're just joking and get into the wash party?
Don't. We're good. Don't keep the meme going. We can just go ahead and leave it there on the side of the road where it belongs.
Well, we could just refer to it as a shower.
That's better than referring to it as the wash-up party.
Oh, how deep cleanings devolve. Anywho,
But yes,
so we head to the Jabberwocky zone.
I give everybody their own private water
Wash up?
their own private waterfall and pond and stuff.
Yeah. Easy enough. So everyone cleans up. You find that area on your arm just not. I mean, it looks clean, but it just sort of has like a different texture than it used to.
Don't worry about it. It's probably fine.
Terry.
Say Terry.
It's that area.
That's not good. I biopsy it.
You cut your arm off?
No.
That's not what a biopsy is.
I'm sorry, I got kicked out of college. Probably for being too smart.
Makes sense.
Okay. So how are you attempting to do that?
With an alchemy kit. Scalpel and appropriate medical stuff.
Okay.
And checking out to see, is this still my skin? Does this react like skin does?
It
Has
does
this been
hurt if
magically
you try
or
and
physically
cut some
altered?
of your skin off.
Okay, that's good. I notice that it hurts. I bite down on something. I take out a piece of leather. I bite down on it while I cut out, like, I don't know, probably see how deep it is.
Make both with disadvantage. I need a perception and a
Medical?
medical
Oh.
works. Yeah, perception and medical.
I have advantage on perception checks, so that goes to evens, which gets me do I not get something with that? Hold on. I guess I didn't take perception, did I? Nope, I took performance.
Did you not see
instead.
it coming?
So that is a 20 total, so still pretty good. And then you said, medicine. Okay, that's the distance. 9 on
Okay.
medicine.
So doing your checks and such with it, I mean, it's definitely you. I mean, you can feel it that it's you. You feel the pain. It's definitely burns like flesh would. It reacts like flesh would. But where it's more like the raw skin, it almost looks like a very tiny freckle pattern amongst the skin, and like
Okay.
on like the layer of the raw, like where you've cut off the top layers of skin, and it's just kind of that
So it's only skin deep.
Well, like under the as you get down, that's where you are able to notice. You've cut off enough where you don't see your arm hair, kind of thing, and like below there where it's just the raw. Like you didn't obviously you didn't cut off all of the skin. It's that
Dermis.
Yeah, dermis. It's just little spots down there that you don't know enough medically to know like totally not normal, but it does seem different.
I go and use telepathy to the group, to everybody.
You're in your divine realm, aren't you? Or at least most of.
No, this is back in Jade.
Oh, okay.
I cleaned myself appropriately, but I mean I left there, and I'm not doing the biopsy and stuff in my divine realm. No.
Okay.
You know what? Before I do anything else, I asked my wife, "Do you know anything about medicine?"
She's like, I'm a doctor.
Hold on, let me check.
Is it Sora, medicine woman?
Yeah, it is Sora, medicine woman.
Sora, could you suck these spores out of my arm?
That is not what I'm saying.
I touched some stuff I wasn't supposed to.
I did an oops.
I'm gonna cut off this gangrenous limb and regrow it.
What are you talking about? He's just doing the classic husband. Hey, honey, does this look bad?
Yeah, does this look normal to you?
Should I go to the doctor? I am a
I
doctor.
was digging around in my arm trying to figure out what was wrong with it.
Yeah, but should I go to a real doctor?
I'm
She's
turning
like-
to my wife before anybody else, okay? This is the
She
right
has,
thing to do.
some degree of knowledge in it.
Like a doctorate? That was a great degree-related joke.
It was okay.
It was
It
great.
was a past.
I give you a D, an MD.
You would say wisdom based, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice. Come on.
Hey, better half, does this look normal?
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean,
Probably.
humans
Mostly.
are a little unusual, of course, but no, that looks like something separate growing in you.
Cool. I go ahead and telepathically talk to everybody, Sora included. And I say, when I say everybody, I am not including that one dude.
Okay.
I never include that one dude unless I specifically
Nah, come on,
say.
it's great fun.
I include him every time.
It's
No,
what made him eventually a theist.
So we have, so I have discovered an infection of the skin. It seems that it is, I'm not sure if it is benign, but it does seem to be at least skin deep. I'm not sure about how it's going to affect us. I'm intending on having a really bad day just to make sure that I'm not going to just to figure out as much about this as I can. Before I go through that rigmarole, anybody else got any thoughts on this?
I chime in with a 22 medicine.
You check so you check yourself.
No, I chime in to. You asked for advice. I'm giving you medical advice with my 22 medicine. I don't know what that.
You're
jargon means,
telehelping
but-
me through our telepathy. You're telepathically helping. You're telehelping me.
We always have the option as the doctor of the crew.
Just send over mental images of what you're seeing with your arm to Stan and.
Yeah, Dr. Stan will help you.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I cast heal, the 6th level evocation heal on myself. It removes blindness, deafness, and any disease.
So not slot eggs.
How can we just? How do you
I
have
cast that on
that?
myself, but then
Because I get
Nice
6th
to know.
level. I get one 6th level cleric spell.
Just
Do we all have one 6th level cleric spell?
Yeah.
I think you're all enough divine rank for that.
Yeah.
take
I've got it.
something.
Yeah,
I
which
did
is my mental addition to this conversation is I'm just going to cast heal on myself.
I didn't know we had 6th level cleric. I thought we were only up to 5th.
I do.
But if you're really worried about your arm, you can't cut it off.
I do. You should.
Kill
because
yourself,
I'm
and I can resurrect you
close
that way, and
by
it should
my-
come back.
I mean, that's legit. I just didn't realize we were all to that point.
Yeah.
Your domain spells kind of cap out at 5, but yeah, you get the 1 a day cleric spell, 6th level.
I did not have that written down. I appreciate it. In that case, I suggest that we all go out of our way and do exactly what the old man just did.
Okay. So what, do you wait till the next morning? 'Cause it sounds like you didn't prepare.
That's a very good
And
point.
it's late in the day anyways.
I didn't.
Yeah, we got that at rank
Yeah, I didn't.
11.
I prepare it every day. It's, these are my spells. I prepare them every day. I don't have that many to manage. It makes life a lot easier.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stay up doing my normal work. Does Greater Restoration fix it? Because I do that on myself every day.
No, I don't think so. I'll look, but I doubt it.
I don't know if it. Well, I don't know if Heal fixed it. For the record, I have no idea.
It doesn't
I
say anything
just-
about diseases.
Yeah, I just yeeted a spell at myself and went, "Hope that works," and moved on with my day.
The GM did give him a thumb up, so that's all the acknowledgement we got out of that.
Did any of the rest of us have the texture issue, or was it just Terry?
Just Terry.
And so it was probably when you were searing smiting stuff was when it happened.
Oh yeah, you were shoving your arm into the ground.
Yeah.
Hey, don't stick your limbs into weird holes. I mean, this has been a truth for
Well,
the generations.
It is very thankful that it is just me. I'm going to wrap the shit out of my arm, so that it is like airtight, uncomfortable, and go about my day one-armed.
I mean, at the point where you're back from all this, it's basically, dusk. There's not a whole lot of day left.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't sleep. I work
Okay.
through the night. But yeah, I do that, and yeah, I burn the specimen.
Okay? The cutoff bit, okay?
Yep. And
And then just wrap up your arm nice, tight, dark. Any
Oh, like
moisture in
that.
there is going to stay in it. Got it. Perfect.
yep.
Got it.
Nothing's getting out of there. It is fully encompassed in a moist, warm, dark environment, so that nothing can get out.
You're not a doctor. Trust me, I'm not a doctor.
Otherwise, Rolfur, I would like a survival check unless you're tracking things some other way.
It's been more than like a month, right?
Yes.
Since I died.
Yes. It's been.
Yeah, so my memory is no longer perfect. But I'm proficient in survival, which gets me a 13.
Yeah, it's been like half a year. Okay. Or more. 13? Okay. Was it Billy and Alice that went to Vorpal?
Unless Stan also wanted to come.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, it's probably duskish around the time that you're getting there. I don't know if you're doing anything this evening or...
Well, I asked the two of them, and it's like, you want me to just set up a mansion so we can rest until...
I'll do some overnight hospitality.
Because you've been here before. When you returned, you noticed the lack of the blacksmith noises
Yes.
that were
So
so prevalent before.
Yeah, and I tell them, and it's like, usually when it's during working hours, the blacksmiths are banging away, so everybody must be getting to bed now. But I can set up the mansion if you
wander
guys
the
want to
town,
just
but-
rest until morning.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and set up the mansion, but there's one more thing that I want to do before bed.
Okay.
They told me about the Jabberwocky being out in the forest, and then the scales of the dragon or the Kingdom of Scales is down to the south.
Mhm.
I wanted to cast Project Image and make that permanent.
Okay.
So I'm going to create a illusionary duplicate of myself that I'll be able to concentrate in order to see through its eyes and be able to move it around. To act as kind of a long range version of the arcane eye.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm just at the point where I'm like, nope, you're just going about making sure that you have a, what is it called? An aspect.
Mm-hmm.
An avatar, as it were.
Yeah, an avatar.
You're just making avatar of yourself, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe he can save the world.
Let's see. Okay. And I'm just curious as if whether or not it says anything about being on separate planes.
If you could just permanently retire to your...
Yeah. I mean,
just occasionally come and recreate them in new spots, release them around, and never have to go to the material plane again.
If the illusion takes any damage, it disappears. So.
Okay.
So like my shtick, just have to make sure so often refresh, make sure they don't get hit. Like a guard standing outside, maybe. I'm all top. Just please don't.
Doesn't say that I don't that I have any trouble controlling it while on another plane. So I guess I can. So yeah, I'll go ahead and retire to the mansion and use my projected image to go ahead and have a look around in the wilderness around Vorpal.
Okay.
I've mentioned before that I have those permanent images in various cities.
You have them all over the freaking place.
Well, no, not the. I mean, not permanent images. Excuse me. The projected images that I have permanent seed.
Ah.
You mean programmed images?
No, the projected image.
I remember
Just like you're
programmed. I
using-
don't remember projected.
Yeah, I've got the programmed ones, but I've got the projected images in a few cities.
I remember you setting up programmed images.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because that was hilarious.
But yeah, I don't remember when you would have set up a projected image.
I have done that in a few cities. I'm trying to find where I wrote it down.
I thought you kept doing programmed ones.
I mean, I do have the programmed ones, but the projected images I've used permanency on in a few places.
Rolfur, do you sleep?
Yes,
Okay.
don't have. Well, yeah, no, I don't want to burn through my components.
But
Find a camp spot and such, okay.
yeah, might as
Like I
well. I'll also cast heal on myself just in case it clears something up that
Okay.
we might have picked up.
Yeah, I'll be casting heal on myself in the morning.
Did the old man with greater invisibility, I mean, I can hear him, I just can't see him.
There we go.
His cooking is heard.
I have project image with an angel in Nexen, Dalport, and Koshkot.
Sorry, I'm making lasagna.
Of course you are. Not something simple, not something quick. Lasagna.
It's simple. It's super
It's
fast.
layers.
I mean,
Unless you have like
Onions
just
have
like a frozen
layers.
lasagna you're putting in, but that doesn't seem very you.
no, it's a homemade
yeah, it's like
lasagna.
that doesn't seem like you.
Koshkot, Dalport, and what?
Nexen.
Anyways, were you doing anything else that day?
No, not really. That was the information I needed. Now, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend time exploring my own domain, trying to find the Shard of Divinity. Like, I don't know if I need to sit down and meditate on it, or, like, what.
Okay, so you're looking
I'm
like
going to,
in
like-
your afterlife to find it.
Yeah. It's my divine realm, so I imagine it's there. I don't know if I can focus on it or what.
Well, you go through the night for that, and you have no luck.
Okay. Clearly that's not where it is then. Because I didn't even get a roll, so it must not be there.
You spend the whole night looking for it. You're pretty confident. You know everything that's there. There's nothing... It's almost like it must still... And you still have your divine powers while it's there, so it must still be in you while you're there.
Yeah, but Eric... Okay, did I misunderstand what Erich Resrada said? Because he said not the one in you.
Not physically in you, like you could cut it out.
Yeah, he said not in your
Okay.
guts.
Yeah.
He said it is on a kind of like on a
Still
different
in
plane
you, but in another
almost.
plane. Yep.
So maybe
I'm
you
in
need to try to
another
cut it out of yourself while you're in your kill yourself while you're in your demi plane, while you're in your afterlife.
No, then you all just will get mad at me for not answering the phone even though I'm dead.
Anyways. You will,
Plus, I'd have to go get a whole bunch of things re-permanency'd.
That's true.
That would be annoying.
So we'll move ahead to the next morning. Is Terry just working on crafting through the night? Okay.
Yep, I'm making a few more of those tree tokens and stuff.
If anything, I mean, as tight as you trying to make it, the bandage just seems to have gotten a little tighter throughout the night. But you got
I
used
cast
to it. You
heal
don't
on my-
necessarily feel like it's cutting anything off anymore.
Oh yeah, no, it's horribly uncomfortable the whole
No,
time. I'm sure.
it's not all that uncomfortable by the end of it. You get a lot more used to it.
Oh, that's not good.
You start eating your own poop. The mushrooms, it's
Man,
overtaking
I feel like I should maybe I should work on like the rooftops or something. I feel like I'd be working a lot better if I was really high up. No, I'm gonna go ahead and cast heal on myself.
Heal. Choose a creature you can see within range. A surge of positive energy washes through the creature, causing it to regain 70 hit points. It also ends blindness, deafness, any disease affecting the target. No effects on constructs or undead.
Okay.
And the binds of what was it? Just cloth or whether what did you use?
Yeah. Probably cloth and like perfumes.
And it like the cloth just begins to tear as like this growth of fungus just expands exponentially, probably about 2 feet wide at this point, and your arm just kind of falls to the ground as like pulling you down with the weight of it as the size of this fungus growing on your arm just exponentially grows as the symbiotic creature that is on you just fed off of that energy that went through you.
Honey?
I've made a mistake.
Yep. Wow.
Somehow this is the old man's fault.
Congratulations, you have a kid.
Oh god, I'm getting blamed for this. There's no way I'm not getting blamed for this.
You didn't make me do anything.
I mean, you didn't tell us to go to that place.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, go ahead and use heal on it was my advice.
Yeah. No,
Worked fine for you.
what is... So, before I take drastic action, Sora, what do you think?
That's not like any fungus I've seen anywhere. Takes a step back.
Okay. Telepathically to Stan. Hey Stan, any chance that you could come by to Koshkot just real quick?
What seems to be the issue?
That fungal growth got worse.
Hold up. Because you're in the mansion, which is a different plane, which the telepathy doesn't work through.
Right.
No response.
Okay. Well, because I can't do this now, dear Stan. I
have
really-
deception. What did you say?
I pray to Stan. Please come to Koshkot. The fungal growth got worse. It might be an emergency. I may need to burn my arm off.
Nice.
But you're not dying, right?
I'm unsure.
Okay. Yeah, head on over. I have my-
Fine. As he skips breakfast.
All the unseen servants, unseen, look sad as he walks away from his plate that they just spent so much time fixing for him.
That's a
You know the
brilliant
funniest
idea.
thing? Terry would actually be pretty upset that he interrupted someone's breakfast.
I mean, I can't bring it with. Can I do? Go play?
Nope. Once it leaves the mansion, it disappears.
Yeah.
Look
Okay.
at that. I cast
Since
sense.
I don't have my own.
I cast Terry's floating disc to hold my arm on.
Do you want me to open up my divine realm so you can walk back to Dollport?
I was just gonna use walk to my divine realm and plane shift out of that. Wait, we're in a different plane, aren't we? I can plane shift out of here then.
Mm-hmm.
To him directly. 'Cause I don't have regular teleport.
Well, the point being is, if you go through his divine realm,
You can
into
go to
Dollport has
a portal to
a
Koshkot.
portal to Koshkot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll do Ryan's route.
Are you wanting
I'd
to
tell
come back?
him and little girl, see if they want to join me.
What do you tell them?
The heal didn't work. I gotta go check on David.
Okay. Do you need any help?
I'm not sure what's even wrong.
Okay, well, contact us
Anything pretty
if
indiscreet?
if you end up needing our help, I guess.
Sounds good. So
Does
I'm
it hurt when I
Andrew.
burn my arm?
I mean, it doesn't hurt when you burn the fungus like away from your arm, which you have.
Okay. I don't do that yet. I do a little, but I don't do. I let it be. I want the doctor to look at it first.
Mind you, I've had zero medical training, and I'm only trained in medical because of.
You're Stan, the healing man. There's
Yeah.
songs written about you.
Just don't look at my background.
I mean, we're in
Just keep singing the song, you're right, keep
we're
singing.
in a fantasy world. It's not like there's like a proper doctorate.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gets you're a healing man.
The songs work.
So yeah, you're let in, by Sora and led up to where he is in a room with a floating disc of just like a 2-foot wide
Alright,
tumor that his arm is in the middle of.
Alright, so what kind of check would this be? Survival?
You can do nature or medicine.
Oddly nature it's gonna be, okay. You set 27? Yeah, 27.
Yeah, it looks to be that some sort of mushroom that seems very reminiscent to the island that you were just on. That it basically seems to have been growing out of his arm.
Did you smuggle this off the island?
Define smuggle.
Yeah,
In a
it's
manner
like,
of speaking.
yeah. Terry laughs and jovially says, "Define smuggle."
Drinking it with you keistered it clearly.
No, it's in my arm, not my butt. Would you like? I would prefer you not to check that
I wanna see
for
what
other
else is in there.
reasons.
Okay, so you got thing off. So I guess what does my medical knowledge tell me then? I guess let me roll the medical then.
Can he remove it?
Yeah. Does my medical knowledge tell me I can remove it? 20 medicine.
I mean, right at this point, it's hard to tell. Because it's kind of like his arm's in the middle. Like, you can't see that part of his arm.
I mean, we start cutting in. We do what we need to do.
It does get to a point as you cut far enough in that it does start where you can find where it hurts. Your arm is still in the middle there.
There. That's the skin.
Okay. That's good.
But now your arm hair is no longer an issue with seeing all of just like the spots where there's just thousands of little like freckles of it just sort of burrowed into the surface of your skin. Seems like somehow he let himself become, expanded with whatever spores it spreads itself with.
Terry's pregnant.
Only cost me an arm.
Someone's expecting, but let me see. Let me check the spell real fast. And out of game question, is killing someone and resurrecting them for their get their regenerative abilities evil?
I have too many permanent seed magics on me for that to be a good option.
Your high knowledge nature check also suggests that, given on what this is, his body dying doesn't stop it from feeding on his body.
Yeah, the mushrooms.
Yeah. Well, no, I was gonna remove the arm. That's why. Remove the arm, kill him, and then it regenerates the body if it's missing a limb.
There is a spell. It's called regeneration.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Just returns limbs.
It's the 7th level. I don't have that handy.
He's not gonna have a handy either.
No, that's true.
Hey, wife.
He is a warlock.
Hey, wife. Can you? If I cut my arm off, can you grow it back?
The druid? I mean, probably.
Yeah, the druid might have that.
This might be the simplest and least unfortunate option.
Bard?
I mean, mine was a janky surgery.
Bard, cleric, druid. Divine school sorcerer.
And it's regenerate?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Level transmutation.
It's like you brought this
Which
life
is
into
what,
the world,
14th
David. You need
level druid?
responsibility.
13.
13?
This is your baby.
Yes, you need to take responsibility. Clearly.
Tomorrow?
Oh yes, my doctor's suggestion. Cut the limb off. Fix it that way.
That is a better question. Is it evil to kill your own child?
Adam, stop talking like a fungal expansion is a child.
If it's not sentient enough, does it still?
It doesn't have eyes or a mouth or like
I'm not getting into this kind
limbs.
of conversation.
Is that where we draw the line?
Listen, I have to hear about the fucking badger still. This is
The
your
badger was
cross
talking
to bear.
You lobotomized. You magically lobotomized a sentient badger.
Yeah, you're stealing the life from a fungal growth from a sentient
I mean, to
place.
be fair, not necessarily. I mean, if you let it keep growing.
We have no reason to believe this is sentient. It
You
has
just
not
talk
reacted.
to it. You literally just talk to him.
I mean, I can if it pumped it full of energy before. We can keep healing it and see what happens.
No, that sounds horrible. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Wife, please prepare regenerate for tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and go and take a little bath in fire. That sounds like it might be a good idea. I'm just gonna stick my arm in a forge.
I'm just gonna lifelock him, and I'm just gonna give my suggestion. Just put your arm there. You'll be fine. Lifelock him. Okay, I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Did you push him completely into the forge? Just his arm?
No,
I mean cleanse him. Just his arm. I figured that would be burning, for a good
Now
while,
with all the
but
bits that you've cut off, do you do anything with that?
I
just
burned
your
them.
baby can't die. Just do whatever you need to do.
I
move on
pressed
to do.
digitation clean, everything involved, and I apply copious amounts of
Okay.
fire.
Oh, every spore. You'll
I'm the monster. I'm the monster.
This is a
Apparently.
cancerous infection. You're getting upset about cancer.
I mean, everyone gets upset about
No,
cancer.
you're getting upset about getting rid of cancer. It's like when you go to the store and they're like, "Would you like to donate $10 towards cancer, and I'm like, no, thank you. I think cancer's doing more than enough bad stuff without my funding it.
It's doing the Lord's work.
Just the opposite. It's doing plenty of misery without anyone funding it. No one needs to be funding cancer.
Oh, before I burn it,
I'll have you know, I bought a
have
pink
one
knife for breast
last
cancer awareness.
dumb
Month.
option.
That's a get funding curing cancer.
What's the
Difference.
option, David?
What do you say, Terry?
I cast banish on the fungus.
Goes away for a while and then
What
comes
do you
back?
recommend?
I move away from it so that it can't come back in the same place.
It comes back in your arm.
Damn it.
In fact,
That's
no.
an
Hold on, let me
occupied
think.
space.
Let me
It
think.
can't. That's an
Um,
occupied space. Can't come back in an
Hold on, no.
occupied
If
space.
you banish the fungus,
Just
uh,
on the floor.
Mhm.
can you banish yourself? Yeah,
Yep.
you go away with it.
Sure can.
Damn it!
Nope, because it is symbiotic with you.
I stop concentrating and come back, and then I say again, "Damn it!"
Yeah, no, it's just as much you. It's growing in you. It's part of you.
Okay.
So you might want to lop off your arm now before going to bed, because I'm
Oh,
sure it's
no.
gonna spread.
We're gonna burn the shit. I'm burning the shit out of this arm because I have fire resistance.
Are you concentrating on anything?
Am I concentrating on anything? No,
Don't
I'm
make
not
me
concentrating on
angry.
anything.
Flower. Alright.
I could be. I have the ability to concentrate on lots of things
Yes.
at once. However, I permanency everything I need to be concentrating on.
I just making sure, because it might interfere
No.
with that.
That is not my shtick. That is all Stan's shtick.
Well, as you sit there with your arm in the forge, even with your resistance, with copious amounts of pain, but you know, like it looks more charred.
When
you
I
know.
start feeling pain, I pull my arm out, say, "This is a terrible idea," and then I go and get raging drunk.
That way I won't notice. Genius.
Or I don't get raging. Okay, the raging drunk part's a joke. But I do take pain. I do take like some kind of painkiller. I am a god, and I'm a king. Someone has good ass painkillers for me.
I mean, I know something. We make it out of these mushrooms. And that is where we will pick up next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching.